Hey guys, it's Dave of Both Drives, and today we're taking a little bit of a road trip, long trip in the 2019 Volkswagen Golf R with the 6-speed manual. We were joined in the Golf R by our good friend buddy Milo. He's a little toasty back there. Let's make sure those rear vents are working. And we're heading to see some family. My fiance Nicole is away for the weekend, so we took it as an opportunity to go see family so that we are not alone and that buddy can see some people. So before we set off, I'll show you how some of the items I brought in the car and the trip that we are taking. So first, let's plug in my phone, because we get tech feature wise, we get an 8-inch touchscreen with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and we get this 12-inch digital gauge cluster. We'll talk more about that in a bit. 2 hours and 9 minutes, 109 miles over to New Jersey. A good mix of some, slow interstate back roads and some highways. So before we get on the road, let's just check out what we've got going on in the rear. So we got buddy Milo back here situated nicely behind myself. If I sit back here with buddy, plenty of legroom, headroom, 3 inches. Check out the full review, talk more about this interior and its livability, but definitely would be a great place to put my head back to the headrest. Great place to road trip in with a buddy. And because this is a hatch, even though it's a small one, we have a good amount of cargo space with this cargo cover, kind of taking up some space, but I have 3 bags loaded up back here and they fit no problem. All right, here's our interior. My favorite is these bucket seats with our logo. Super comfortable. You wouldn't think so on a road trip, but they're very nice, comfortable. Only missing a ventilation function. But in the new generation of the Golf R, the Mark 8, this is the Mark 7.5, you can get ventilated seats. So before we get on the road, we have this gauge cluster, shows out some information. It's 12 inches. So lots of different views we can go through. I like to leave it on driving data because I'm a big data nerd. And let's see if we can reset this. We can. All right. This car does get 23 mpg in the city, 30, 31 on the highway. It does take premium fuel, but it's pretty fuel efficient. Right now it looks like we're at 165 miles, so I think we're going to stop for gas at some point. Hopefully the car is cooled down enough. And I think we'll get on the road. All right, before we head out and talk more about this car, I am going to get some gas at our Costco. It's a little bit of traffic though, so. So we are pulling up to get gas at the Promised Land, and you might ask me, what's the Promised Land? It's Costco wholesale. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying my best. We have a Costco like within minutes of our apartment, so it's super nice for getting gas. Now we are on the right side, and if this car drives any slower, we will get to pull up to the right gas stall, and looks like we have a little wait, so I will catch back on you in a bit. So we're pulling out of Costco, put about 6 gallons of fuel into the car, and we're going to get onto the highway and start our trip. So right now our fuel economy is pretty abysmal, and we were idling for a while in Costco's parking lot, but I think we'll be able to get a nice 30 mpg on the highway. As I mentioned, 23 mpg in the city, 30 on the highway, maybe 31, 32, but I think with this turbocharged 4-cylinder, 288 horsepower, we'll definitely see some better numbers than 30. And as we're getting onto the highway, we can have a little bit of fun, throw them to race. All-wheel drive, dynamic chassis control, DCC from Volkswagen. Really gets us up to speed and puts the powers down around the corner. And we are sitting at 6th gear. We'll throw ourselves back into normal. Maybe we'll do comfort. Should we do eco? No, I'm gonna keep everything running smoothly. Now, sitting on the highway, let's take a listen to road noise, wind noise at 70. All right, I guess we're only getting 69 because I don't want to run up this guy's bumper. There we go. Not a lot of wind noise. Some road noise. These 19-inch wheels with, I think, summer tires on them are not, they're a little noisy. There's like some like reverberating sound. I don't know if it's the engine or something, but it's there. But this isn't any worse or better than my Audi S4. And for a product that's 40 grand new-ish, 45, not too bad. Now, while we're here, we will talk about some of the road trip amenities we have. We have a Fender premium audio system. Sounds pretty good. I like the bass and the midtones, not too bad overall. 8-inch touchscreen, has all the features you would ever need. There are some things that are locked out when you're driving. We don't really have any safety systems in this car, and we do have standard cruise control. No adaptive available though. See, no system menu available. We do have the 12-inch gauge cluster I mentioned. Very clear, high resolution on both screens and stuff. Very responsive as well. 2 zones of climate up front, heated seats as well, and a vent for the rear for the Buddy Milo. These R seats are nice and supportive. They feel very good, and I love how they look. We do sit at pretty high revs, around 3,000 RPM at 75 miles an hour. I think that's pretty standard with these cars. It's good for carbon buildup, but I'm not hearing too much engine noise. And when we're at speed, let's say drop down to 70, if I, give it half gas, we can get into boost and do a nice pass without having to shift into like 5th gear to get more torque. So pretty nice for highway driving. All right, so we are back. Been in the car for about 45 minutes. Just getting onto the Pennsylvania Turnpike. I'm gonna merge over. And we'll settle things in on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, set our cruise control. So we do have a standard cruise control. Hit this button to turn it on. It was already on. Set. Let's go 75 miles an hour. We can reset it there, turn it off with this cancel button. Interesting, we can't skip 5 mile increments by holding the plus, but we can accelerate the car like that. So we'll set it into 75. Check on our stats while we're here. Got about 24 miles. But we haven't really been on the highway too long. We're averaging 22.8 mpg. Considering the instant trip reader is saying 33, I think we're going to see 30 before no time. Now, it's a pretty warm day, so we have the air blasting. I do feel bad for Buddy because he's definitely a little unsettled and warm. But we're sitting at 3,000 RPM, we're cruising. I'm very comfortable. These seats are super comfortable. Visibility is great all around this cabin. I was just listening to some podcasts. Very nice Fender audio system. And I don't feel too claustrophobic in this car. I think just these hot hatches are so well packaged. If you know, if it fits into your lifestyle. I am 5'10", 5'9" on a, on a bad day. So I'm not like 6'2". So I'm on the shorter side, and I definitely fit in here. I'm sure our family could fit in here. Buddy fits back there fine. But yeah, it really does. It just feels very well put together, very good, well-designed car overall. No rattles, no squeaks, anything. This car has 38,000 miles. I don't know where it'll say that, but I think I saw it about 38,000. Everything's holding up very nicely for a 5-year-old car. So we'll check back in, let's see, maybe like in an hour or so, just to give an update. But so far, so good. So we've been on the road for about an hour and a half, as you can see in the center gauge. We've only gone about 60 miles. There's been a lot of traffic slowdowns in areas of Pennsylvania, going over the bridge into New Jersey as well. But we're cooking. We're averaging 27.4 mpg. It's been climbing and climbing. 310 predicted mile range. The AC is definitely cranking, but we need to keep Buddy cool back there. And I'm really comfortable. These seats are great. I forgot I can adjust the lumbar. That'll help a little bit. But the one thing that, I don't know if it's in the exhaust or just the car or the tires, but there's definitely like a resonance. Sometimes it sounds good. Sometimes it's a little bit intrusive. But it makes a decent amount of noise. I think it's a combination of the engine and the tires. But anyways, we're 54 miles away, about an hour and 15, so I just wanted to check in. We're getting onto New Jersey Turnpike. We are in New Jersey, and we're golden. Hey guys, so we are about 18 miles, 40 minutes from a destination. Lots of traffic on this holiday weekend, and so far the car's been really comfortable to live with. The sound on the highway has been manageable. The seats are great, nice and supportive, and audio has been great to listen to. But I'll wrap this up saying that I don't know if it's, this air conditioner. It's hot out. It's only 77 degrees out though, and it's getting hot in here, so I hope there's nothing wrong with this AC. But I'm starting to sweat. Milo's starting to sweat, so I think we'll try to have to find somewhere to pull over and get him a water or something. But oh my gosh, just getting toasty, that's for sure. So with that being said, it's Dave from POV Drives. Hope you've enjoyed this video, learned more about the Golf R's road trip capabilities, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao.